you have a totally open border, when you have the crime that comes from that, the debt that comes from that, the government overspend that comes from that. I mean, as Elon Musk said the other day, there's about $2 trillion a year you could shave off from the federal government's budget in the US. And one of the things you could do would be to strip out all of the wasteful, woke nonsense, among other things, which is...
So here we are today. I am on Sky News Australia on the Rita Panahi show. And as you can see, her guest is the inimitable Douglas Murray. As we all know, we've seen Douglas Murray in other clips. He's an intelligent Englishman who has been commenting recently for years actually, on American, well, not just American, but on political, social, and cultural issues. And specifically, he has focused a lot on mass migration and its negative effects on Western Europe in particular. He's written a lot of books, some of which focus on that topic. And here he is on Rita Panahi's show on Sky News Australia, talking about, of course, the fallout from Donald Trump's landslide presidential election victory over the hapless Kamala Harris. Let's get into it.
Isn't just not helping America, it's holding it back. And if they can do that, if they can strip out this horrible, destructive mechanism that's been put in place in teaching, in education, where American taxpayers pay more per student than almost anyone else in the world, and get out of it one of the worst education results of anywhere in the world, including the developed world. These are things that are really serious, and the Democrats did not run a serious campaign. They had an unserious candidate who wouldn't even answer a question seriously. So thank goodness that the American public have seen through that.
Now, before you go, the leftist media has been in full meltdown mode. They haven't heeded any of the messages you just spoke about. They're just doubling down on the identity politics. And as entertaining as that is for me, and my lefties losing its segment, it's not helping their ratings, Douglas. MSNBC's ratings have tanked, diving a staggering 54% in prime time. Shows like Joy Reid and Lawrence O'Donnell's have lost more than half their audience. And CNN is also having a rough time. It's planning to wield the axe on some of its biggest stars. It seems like calling half the country Nazis, fascists and white supremacists is not a winning formula, Douglas.
Oh, I really hope that CNN and MSNBC and all those other lefty liberal news outlets, the New York Times, Washington Post, all of them, I hope they continue doubling down. I hope they go scorched earth on calling everybody white supremacists. I hope they call everybody Nazis. I hope they call everybody bigots and racists. I think it's a winning combination. Well, it wins for us, those of us who oppose those evil, soul-sucking inversionists. Yes, I hope they do double down on it. I hope the Democratic Party refuses to do the much-needed introspection it requires if it ever wants to have a hope of attracting voters again.
Well, no, it isn't. And some of us, Rita, we've said this for a while about them, haven't we? It was amazing, as we said the other day, that Kamala Harris's campaign went from joy to literally Hitler in 3 months. And the most intelligent Democrats and leftists and others, and anti-Trump Republicans, most of them will, I hope, spend this grieving process that they're going to go through actually learning some lessons. It's been very interesting in recent days. This isn't like post-2016 at all. There actually haven't been as many complete meltdowns. And there's lots of reasons for that. But I'd like to think, putting a positive spin on it, is that one of them is that some of the Democrats and others have actually started to get the message. Maybe we shouldn't call the public garbage. Maybe when Donald Trump wins the popular vote, it's not enough to call anyone who has ever supported him a Nazi. It's not enough to talk about brown white supremacists and black white supremacists and Jewish Nazis and everything else. And there will be some people who'll still try to do that. You just mentioned one of the particular people who's broken out of the asylum, Joy Reid. She's a pure race baiter. She's a black race baiter who just loves causing racial division in America. And she's one of the very few who's tried to double down since this. I don't see a future for people like her on the media. Their ratings are horrible, and their behavior is much more horrible. And so no wonder people are turning off. I think it's really important. I say this, that the Democrats who ever want to get back into office again have to listen to this result and realize it wasn't the public that was wrong.
Absolutely. And just finally on Joy Reid, she had an Ivy League psychiatrist on just in the last couple of days saying stop seeing family members who voted for Trump. It's essential to stop communicating and spending the Christmas and holidays with your loved ones. Crazy, crazy stuff.
That psychiatrist and Joy Reid both need a proper psychiatrist themselves, and I hope they get help as soon as possible.
Douglas Murray, thanks for your time.
Well, it's funny they mentioned that. I did a video just a couple days ago about Joy Reid and that Princeton University professor. And yeah, they were, it was pretty outrageous, but they were quadrupling down. If you have family members who voted for Trump, you need to cut them out of your lives. That's the basic tone of what they were saying. It was outrageous. And if you really want to see just the unhinged rantings of the leftists and liberals and progressives, go onto Reddit. There's countless subreddits where people are saying the same thing. You just need to cut out people who have different political opinions from you. You can't have them in your life. They're toxic. They'll bring you down. They just want you dead. All this sort of stuff. It's, at the end of the day, it's just sad. It really is sad. Now, I do think there's a point, I know from personal experience, take my word for it, that, when you get together for family events, Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever, I don't think it's a good time to delve into politics, especially if it leads to heated arguments and hurt feelings. You can, if they will let you. I mean, as I said, this has happened to me. If they don't want to hear my opinion, I'm not going to force it on them. And my mistake for a long time was, they would be saying, the rest of my family members, the get-togethers would be, pumping each other up with their libtard opinions. And at some point I would step in and give my contrarian opinion, not just to be contrarian, but just because it was different, and they never liked that. But at the end of the day, you don't get together with family to talk about that stuff. If some people want to, you can just opt out of it. Just say, hey guys, you don't want to hear my opinion, so don't even ask me if they ask you. That's my recommendation based on personal experience. What's the point of getting together for Christmas just to get in a big argument about politics of all things? Really. If they want to talk about it, let them talk about it. You can go do something fun instead. But with your family, right? This idea of just cutting people out, loved ones especially, is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I agree 100% with what Douglas Murray and Rita Panahi are saying here. So let me know what you guys think about all this. I'll probably be doing some more of these videos. It's that time of year, the post-election, post-mortem. And as Douglas said, there haven't been huge liberal meltdowns this time around, unlike in 2016. But there is still a lot of gnashing of teeth and wailing. So, we got to cover it. It's amusing, but we'll move on to other things, I'm sure, in good time. So let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe and like. It really helps me grow the channel and continue making content for you.